G'day viewers, it's Michael here again and welcome back to SingleRacer. Now this is hopefully a short video as a follow-up to the previous video, because in the previous video I raced the incredible Corvette Stingray C3 against this classic Porsche 911 RSR, or Porsche if you like, and I was staggered when I came over here to the time trials to see that the Porsche was about 9 or 10 seconds faster. And the way to prove this in a sense is because you have the class listed here, which includes the best time of both cars. But of course, if I change it to the Porsche, you'll see that the times here listed here are exactly the same. There's virtually no difference to the times, so clearly the Porsche is quicker. So let's switch it over to the Porsche and we see a 219, and if I pick the Chevrolet for the actual vehicle, the highest is 227. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and beat, because so many people are doing the Porsche anyway, I'm going to try and drive the Corvette because of the memories of a game or a sim called GT Legends, and I love the car in that game, so I would prefer to give this car a go, as well as the fact that I'm not an alien, so I probably wouldn't beat the Porsche times. Here, if we have a look, the Nemesis 69 is a very common name on Facebook, and I would have no chance of catching him. So if we go to the vehicle here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to load two ghost cars, and that's because I wanted to make it a challenge, and I prefer to drive an unset up car to make it more fair for other people who want to give it a try. Plus I'm not very good at setup anyway, so it's better if I pick a non-setup car, just default, and see if I can beat the time. Now what I usually do is I load whatever on the first page here is the lowest time without a setup, which is this guy here, Pete Turtle. And so what I'll do is I'll add Pete Turtle to the time. I'll select him, but also add where is it here? The session best. So as I do each lap, after I complete one lap, I'll become the ghost car and I'll try and beat myself as well if I don't happen to beat the time set by Pete Turtle. So I guess there's nothing more to do than to go time trialing. So this is Michael signing out for SingleRacer. I'll catch you next time. If you feel like having a go, have a go. See if you can beat me. See you later, and let's go hot lapping. Okay viewers, so just before we go hot lapping, I'd like to cover off three quick things. The first is an apology for the audio, because I just prefer to use VR for racing. I race in VR all the time, so I'm using the Rift mic just to make it easier. The second thing is, just as I went to click on the time, I realised that the only other person that has a non-setup was at 2:30, and I did at 2:30 in the last video, so I replaced my ghost car with his, and hopefully I can beat or try and beat both times. So let's have a go now. So again, apologies for the shaky VR, because I clearly have to let the headset go to hang on to the wheel now. So alright, let's go. And I'm really glad, because of the 4-speed, that I can enter this corner in first with no problems. It makes it so much easier. And that would be the top placed guy there. I'm already ahead of the second placed guy. which doesn't really surprise me given that I did a 230, or my best was 230 in the 3 laps in the last video. But can I catch the guy in front? So we'll see how long. Oh, it's a bit slidey there. I think I'm going to have to get a bit warmed up. So I've got to remember all my brake markers now. But it just shows how hard this car is to drive. It's not a delicate flower, shall we put it that way? But it's probably better that I get a good run onto the start-finish line anyway on a second lap. Gives me a chance to see where the others are a bit weaker if they are. There's a very good chance just my experience alone is on this track is going to beat the car in front, the ghost car in front. But there's no guarantee of that, of course. So let's open up. See how the ghost car in front is understeering, and that's the hardest part of driving this car, is coping with the understeer. Alright, oh, see, like that, just the sheer power, whoa. Gee, I'll tell you one thing, I have a theory, and I know this is going to sound really silly, but I have a theory that sometimes the weight of the fuel actually helps the car, because when you do time trial, you only have 5 litres of fuel in the car, but if you have a skittish car already, it can often make it worse. That's better. Alright. None of this mucking about. Let's try and give this guy a hard time in front. That's it. You really got to feed the throttle. One of the things for beginner drivers is there's just no accounting for practice. You know, you just got to practice how the car handles and trying to cope with the quirks of each individual car you drive. Oh, come on. What I've done is I've probably made the mistake of, in the last video I turned the HUD off, only to give, you know, a better view, a more realistic view in VR. But I realised it's probably not the best idea here. I really should have kept at least the gears on so you could see. Of course, being a 4-speed, it's reasonably easy to know what gear you're in. Alright, so he's made a mistake there. Oh, gee. So, you know, I tried to get the power down too much, so I've cost myself the time trying to get too excited, and that's really the nuts and bolts about trying to be fast, is not getting carried away, trying to drive within yourself. But it's so easy to say and so hard to do. Oh, see, there you go, as I come off here, so that's an invalid time. I want to keep this in because I do want to show you how hard it is to drive these cars, but also be consistent. Alright, so now I'm sort of better dialed in, especially to the throttle. Now let's really try and I can promise you I'm not deliberately doing this, so I'm really going off. Feed the throttle. See, it's just got so much power. Now I know he stuffs up now on that last corner, so it's just a matter of staying with him and trying to outdo him on that corner. Brake a bit earlier to get a better turn in. I stuffed up the gear change there really. Nice and tight here, that's it. Try and straighten her up. Oh, gee, she's just so squirmy. Be smooth now, that's it. Gentle throttle. That's much better. Gentle, ease off here, let it turn in, and now power down. Whoa, I wasn't ready for that. Alright, I can feel I'm on top of it, but I've got to have one more go. I can feel I'm there, but it's just getting back into that zone. My brother and I call it in the zone, and it's literally exactly what you got to do is try and get into the zone. So one more try, and I definitely think I can take him if I just be gentle. Ease through the throttle, let it turn first. Just trying to get that power down. I'm a little bit closer than I was previously. Brake a little bit earlier to try and get smoother seat. That's better. There was no real wheel spin there. Try and make this smoother too. That's better. Oh, we both spun then. I can absolutely say for sure that a full tank of fuel actually helps the car settle down. Be smooth here. Alright, so here's where I can get him. I'm trying to feed the power down so smoothly. Can I get him? Yes. Yes. Hold it, hold it. Oh, don't come in too hot. Don't come in too hot. There we go. I think I've got him. Yes. Yes. Beautiful. All right. Let's park her up there and have a look at the time. So we got a 1:29.7 there. Now that was extremely sloppy. I know I could do a lot better, but I'll leave it open like this for now because it gives you plenty of scope if you feel like giving me a challenge with a non-setup car and trying to beat that time, because I was absolutely all over the place, as you could see. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed that. So this is Michael signing out for SingleRacer. I'll catch you next time. See you later.